Hello everyone, Joseph Baba Ifa here at Botanica Candles and More. I hope everybody's been having a good beginning of the year this January. A lot of activity has been going on here at the Botanica, and one of the things we do on a daily basis here is provide consultations, especially at the beginning of the year where people are getting their beginning of the year consultations. So a lot of people will ask me before they get consulted, what is the beginning of the year consultation? And before I could even answer that, I have to delve into what is a consultation with Ifa specifically. So we as the Babalawo specifically do consultations. And the instruments that we use to be able to perform a consultation are one of two methods. One of them is with the sacred seeds of Ifa known as Iking, which are seeds that have dots on the face that we maneuver to be able to pull out a sign, or an odu as it's known in Yoruba. And we also use something known as opele, where you might hear the word ekule, ekwele. In Nigeria it's known as opele, and it's this instrument that you see right here. It's basically a chain with 8 discs, or traditionally 8 seeds, and they have a front face and a back face, and depending on how it falls, such as right now, a sign comes out. And when an odu or a sign comes out, we basically relate the information to the person about that specific sign. So that's the first part of the consultation, the revealing of the sign. But who decides what sign comes out? What are these signs? We could go into a huge dissertation as to each aspect of the consultation. The most important key theme I wanted to touch on here is, why do we come with the sign that we come with at that moment in a consultation such as this, and what does it necessarily mean? So when someone comes to Ifa, for whatever reason it may be, they're coming for answers, they're coming for information, what have you, and that's what we're here for as Babalawo. So when someone sits down to do a consultation with Ifa, you'll hear the majority of people say, well, Orumila or Orula is conducting the consultation. And this is true. Orumila is the great maneuverer of Ifa. He knew Ifa by excellence through his countless years and hours of study. And, it led him to a level of, expertise to where he is the one conducting the divination. But in reality, who's even directing Orumila as to what he should reveal, or Ifa in general, is something known as Ori. Ori is also known as Eleda, right? Ori and Eleda, basically, when we're speaking about Ori, we're speaking about Ori as Eleda. The word Eleda means creator, right? So when we're speaking about our Ori, we're speaking about the personal extension of the creator within us. So when we're speaking about Olodumare and we're speaking about God, within each individual human being on earth, there's an extension of him within us, which basically causes us to have life. And it situates itself right here in the middle of our forehead. So what role does Ori basically play in the consultation? Ori is the one that directs the consultation. Because Ori, being the extension of God, and Ifa, being the language of God, or Olodumare, or the form in which Olodumare speaks, Ori is the one who directs Orumila to give you certain signs, right? So when you're in a consultation of Ifa, you'll see certain implements used, right? You'll see a rock, a seed, a bone. All of these implements are used to reflect what Ori wants, right? So when someone sits down in front of me and I consult them with Ifa and an Odu comes out, I have to pull out now what is the prophecy. The prophecy is the direct communication between basically God and Orumila and you, or the person. This little rock that I use in the consultation is touched on the forehead of the person. Now, when we touch the rock on the forehead of the person, it's bringing it directly in contact with the person's destiny, basically, which is what Ori represents. So when I touch it on the forehead, and then I touch it to the opele, and then I give it to the person, along with the seed, usually, which is known as ojumalu, or, the eye of the cow, which is what the seed actually looks like, and I tell them to move and separate it. When they separate it, at first glance, it seems like something that is being done unconsciously, right? There's no real rhyme or reason why they're separating it, or even if they're specifically saying I'm going to put it in my left hand or my right hand, you know, who's really dictating what hand the implement goes in is Ori. So how do we know what Ori wants? We know Ori wants by throwing the opele. And based on the signs that come out, Ori is directing Orula to pick which hand. And depending on the hand we pick, based on the signs that come out, we choose one of those implements, and it's a series of yes and no questions until we can pull out a full prophecy to be able to relate it to the person. So once again, why is this so important? Well, when it comes to Ifa, Ifa is known as the revealer of destiny. So when we're talking about having our destiny revealed to us, it's not that Orumila is choosing our destiny for us. He's simply revealing what Ori, or our destiny, has in store for us through its preferred oracle, which is Ifa. So why is it important to get a consultation? So that we can know in what state our destiny is in, whether it's in a state of ire, or blessing in progress, or ayewo, or more popularly known as osobo, a state of negativity and lack of evolution. It's not Orumila sanctioning us to this fate, it's simply our Ori revealing which state it's in based on our destiny, whether we're in line and on path to achieve it, or whether we've veered off or not. So the biggest retraction I hear from people about getting consulted with Ifa is they feel as if they have no control. When in reality, Orumila and Ifa put you in complete control, because they basically relate to you what state you're coming in, and you have a choice whether you want to better it or allow it to remain the same, right? Now, that is the basis of the consultation. Now, what is the year consultation? On an annual basis, when the year comes in, and the yearly consultation is based on quite a few different odu that speak of it. The reason we do this is to see how Ori is going to guide us through this year. Now, something such as an annual consultation is below in superiority to our sign from hand of Ifa or mano de Orula. At the end of the day, in an entire complex, the hand of Ifa, or our sign is Bawala, will guide us through life completely. But there are different manifestations that can happen within it. And that's why that can happen on an annual basis. And even in Nigeria, they read themselves every 4 days, which is known as Oshe Ifa, or to work Ifa. And they also have another thing known as Itabdogum, which is done on a 16-day basis. So they're constantly analyzing and checking to see how they are based on their destiny and whether they're fulfilling it. So the annual reading is nothing more than letting you know how Ori is planning to proceed through this year. And based on the divination, whether or the things you have to do to be able to stay in line with it. And ultimately, that sign is just helping you stay in line with your actual sign, which is the one from your Isefa Manorula, or for us, the Bawalaos from our Itelodu, right? So that's why it's so important to get read this year, and that's why it's so important to get read in general, especially when we're noticing that things aren't going the way we have planned or the way they should based on our good actions, right? Or if we notice that things just continuously are not going well, there might be other things going on, whether we need to sacrifice to Ori, attend to our Egun, attend to Eshu, all of these things. So that's why it's so important to get read. And it's the same concept of when you go to get a physical at a doctor, or you get your registration done every year. You want to make sure everything is intact so that you're leading a progressive life without obstacles, so that we can achieve the things that we want and we know we deserve, and be able to enjoy them, which is what life is all about and what Ifa wants for us, right? So we definitely wanted to just provide you with this video to help you understand the concept behind why do we get consulted with Ifa on an annual basis, and why to consult Ifa in general. We provide consultations all over the world, whether it be by telephone, FaceTime, any of those methods. If you're unable to come visit us at our location here on Orange Avenue in Orlando, Florida, to be able to schedule a reading with me, you are able to contact me at my mobile number of 407-535-9390, or through our Facebook page. There's a scheduling app there where you're able to tap on it and schedule a appointment with us, as well as being able to schedule with us through our website of botanicacandlesandmore.com. So from all of us here at Botanica Candles and More, and especially me, Joseph Baba Ifa, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, requests are greatly appreciated to be able to make videos about specific questions that you guys have, to be able to expand our knowledge on Ifa even more. So thank you very much.